looking at the page. Fuck you, bro.
But you're fine. Tell them right now. I'm not playing. Tell them. Tell them. They're not playing about the puppy. It's okay. He's fine. I feel like y'all think he's walking around with a busted lip and a black eye right now. He's fucking great. He's a little dramatic.
I ain't gonna lie, this one hit different. I'm not finna be doing any trolling or jokes in this one. I seen these clips and immediately got my ass out of bed to make this video because I cannot stand seeing people beat on anyone, especially no damn animals. Aspen Carter is a rapper, a streamer, and someone who just established influence in the Twitch IRL space. And thankfully, she is now banned from Twitch after those clips of her allegedly hitting her dog midstream went viral. This isn't drama, this isn't content, this is real life. We need to call PETA, the police. We need to go find her ourselves. And this says something way deeper about the kind of world live streaming is building. I've been pointing out the signs. I ignored the Lakari weirdo, but it's always something about these IRL streamers doing the most. Why is you beating on a little puppy? Are you genuinely okay? Let's talk about what happened and why this matters more than what most people think. During one of her streams, her dog escaped from its cage. You know, a thing that any small, curious animal would do. She starts yelling at the dog and the little dog gets scared. The dog starts yelping multiple times, and while the camera doesn't show a full view, the audio is actually disturbing. I sat through the whole minute and this is why I'm here now. I read a few comments while listening and some people say it sounds like Mike Tyson type of hits or just brutal stomping of an animal. It could be hitting or grabbing, but all you hear is cries from the dog. This was enough for any sane person to start clipping it, reposting it, and tagging Twitch directly, and within hours her channel was banned. Not demonetized, not suspended, banned. As y'all should. Thank you. For once we locked in and packed this bullshit up. Thank God. And like any victim of a ban, the abuser hops on another social media to plead her innocence as if the cameras wasn't literally on. The audio is crispy clear and we could see the dog has scars. You're not slick. She showed the dog on camera, claimed it wasn't abuse, said it was taken out of context, but most people don't buy it. And I don't buy it either. I know what I heard, and thankfully Twitch did too. We cannot be having this on our platforms. This is worse than anything I've talked about prior to this video. By the time the apology dropped, the damage was already done. I don't know if she gave an apology yet or is gonna give one at the time of this recording. I don't really care. She's ignorant and somehow almost my age, like most of these streamers. The clips speak louder than her defense. Now here's why I even made the video. This isn't the first time we've seen disturbing behavior from a creator, and it's not the first time live streaming has exposed something awful in real time. But the reason this one stings more is because she just recently came up, and this shows how quick someone can infiltrate a space, starting from a rapper promoting violence in her music to an IRL streamer who we already know has more influence than a regular creator, now inciting that violence in her streams. And when someone like this slips up, people notice, especially if you're doing it live on stream with no shame, as if this dog is some little toy or an object and not a living, breathing animal IRL. Streaming is messy by nature. You're always on, you're always reacting, you're always in performance mode. This is not a performance though. When something unscripted happens, something painful, violent, or embarrassing, there's no edit button. A lot of y'all streamers need to find help before y'all start making content. Why do we forget it's kids on these platforms? Or do they just not care? I don't know. And that's the double-edged sword of live streaming. On one hand, it keeps things raw. On the other, it reveals what creators are really like off camera. That's why we gotta work on ourselves. Not even my content was always this insightful. Twitch acted fast. Some people were surprised because we've seen them drag their feet on worse. But when animals are involved, the line gets clear. Twitch would have gotten derailed, lost hella money, but I hope they did it for the sake of actually giving a fuck. It's not about internet mistakes anymore. It's about responsibility. It's about accountability. And Twitch knew if they didn't act, they'd look complicit. I don't get the streaming culture at this point. I don't know Aspen personally, and I hope to never meet her. I don't know what she was thinking, but I do know that live streaming is no longer just content. It's real life broadcasted. And when that power is abused, whether it's towards a person, a fan, or a dog, creators have to be held accountable. Because if the audience can't trust what they're seeing, then what even is the platform anymore? And one last thing, because this part always gets skipped over when stuff like this happens. It doesn't just reflect on Aspen as an individual, it reflects on black women in internet spaces. The internet is already quick to stereotype us black folk as aggressive, loud, or unfit for empathy. Now don't twist it. I'm not saying protect all behavior. I'm saying the fallout from moments like this doesn't doesn't become an isolated event. This isn't just a streamer going too far. It's another piece in the pattern of how black creators are perceived, how black women are either over-sexualized, hyper-policed, or torn apart when they mess up publicly. While her actions deserve real accountability, the conversation around her deserves real context too. We don't have to excuse it.
And we're not.
But we do have to stay aware of what gets amplified and what gets erased. This was not the video planned for today. I'll be back soon.
They're not playing about the puppy. It's okay. He's fine. I feel like y'all think he's walking around with a busted lip and a black eye right now. He's fucking great. He's a little dramatic.